Huh? It's yes.
David, can you talk about your philosophy of running the ball?
Well, the thing is that all the successful teams that I've been around, even way back when I was with Andy Reid early in Philadelphia, is that having a run game is so important for your team and to be able to establish exactly who you are, clock management, clock control, those kind of things, and I believe that you got to be able to do that, and you got to be able to do that when they know you're going to do that, and that's going to be our philosophy here, and we're going to try to make that work. Excuse me? Well, I mean, you know, Phillips has had some success in this league, and when we brought him in here, we knew what he was all about. As a matter of fact, he showed up a few times today on some runs and did the same thing yesterday, and we're glad to have him here. I'm sorry. Well, he's a veteran. He's been there and done that, and I'm gonna tell you something now. He's a warrior. You know, everything starts with him and snapping the ball and getting that thing back, and then that thing trickles on down outside with those guys. And he's been excellent for us. And then he is the consummate pro, and it's great to have him with this crew that we got right now. He and Laramie, because those guys have been around, they've been there and they've done that. And for our young guys, they're great mentors for them.
When Lindsey's on, what makes him special?
Well, you know what? He's quick. He can run. I mean, you know, he's a guy that's not very big, but I mean, he's a guy that knows how to play football. I mean, he is a football player, and the fact that the success that he's had before we got him right here, we know what he's capable of doing, and you know, he fits what we want to try to do here.
David, I think I see you consulting the roster at points. How are you getting to learn these guys, and what kind of steps are you taking to get to know them a little bit more than just the number and the face?
Well, I'm using that cheat sheet that you saw me using out there. Our scouting department has got everybody on this sheet we got right here. There's still some guys. I know who they are. We don't have names on jerseys right now. So a lot of times I just see people running around. And I'm not really sure from the back of the jersey who it is with the numbers. I don't know all the numbers yet. But I'm starting to now get a really good feel for who's what, because certain guys show up. And when they show up and they show up over and over again, you kind of get their names. Well, the point is, hey, they're football players to me. So it doesn't matter to me who it is. I just know that when they show up and they're showing up a bunch, that when we're talking about who they are, then there's a pretty good chance that, you know, those guys are doing exactly what we need to do to be able to make this football team.
David, what we've seen of Watson the first 2 days, do we expect to see that from him the rest of the camp?
Well, you know, again, as we said before, you know, it's a daily deal, and there's no change from yesterday.
Would you talk about Jordan Jenkins and what he brings to your defense?
Well, you know what, I mean, you know, he's a heck of a player. I mean, you know, the thing about him is that he knows how to play the game. We talk all the time about guys at positions like guys play a safety. He's a DB, you know, but we first and foremost, what we look at those guys at, they're football players first. And he is a football player who just happens to be the position that he plays.
And if you interact with your players, David, it looks like there's arms around players. How do you encourage yet also demand as the head coach here? How will that work?
Well, I mean, that's pretty easy. When they do something really good, I let them know they do it really good. When it's not done the right way, then we let them know that it's not done the right way. They understand that. And here's the thing about coaching those guys. Those guys want to do the right thing, and they want to be good. And the only way to do that is to do the right things. And in training camp, that's where you learn to do that. And here, because it's all about ball. They go to bed at night. They wake up in the morning. It's all football right now. Nothing else. It's all football. So the thing that we want to make sure that they're doing is they're getting better every day. We don't want them making the same mistake twice over and over again. And that's what we're getting right now out of them. And today, the one thing from a training camp standpoint that I feel good about what we're doing right now is yesterday in practice, we had a couple of balls on the ground. And very disappointing. And then now the flip side of that was defense has something to do with that ball that been on the ground a couple of times. But today, we only had one ball on the ground, which is too many, but there was improvement from yesterday. And as a coach and as a staff, that's encouraging to us to see that. And part of that has something to do with our defense flying around, taking the ball away and doing those kind of things. And there has to be an alert up for our offensive guys when they got that ball in their hand, because there's nothing more important for us on offense than protecting that football. Well, rookies are rookies. First of all, they don't know what they don't know. That's the first thing is. They think they know. But the thing about this is we've got a good conglomeration of players here that have been around and done it. And there's a bunch of guys around here that does things the right way. and that know how to play and know how to practice. And we encourage those guys to watch those guys. Watch and see what they do. This is how it's done, because they don't know. And as they do that and go through training camp and learn how to be a pro, then they become better.
You guys have a small sample of what you found out about yourself as the head coach, as the top dog.
What I found out about myself is this: hey, there's a whole lot about this that I don't really understand and know yet, but I'm learning on the run, and I'm getting it. And the beauty of that whole thing is this: I got a great staff. I got some great guys on our staff that has been there and done what I'm doing right now, talking about Lovey and Romeo, and I lean on them. I lean on everybody, the whole coaching staff that I got. You know, these guys have on this staff right here has been to the mountaintop. There's some guys right here that knows what it's like to get there and knows what it's like to get it done. And I feel confident and encouraged to know that I got those guys on this staff and a good staff to lean on.
David, you said there was no change with Watson yesterday to today. What could make that change?
Like I said, there's no change, and we're just going day to day.
What's the value in having him out here each day if he's not getting practice?
In these early days of camp, what is the most important thing you're looking for from your team?
Consistency. Just consistency every day. And I think, as I mentioned earlier about the ball's been on the ground, is that it was on the ground twice yesterday. It was only on the ground once today, which is too many. That's encouraging, and that's consistent. That's what I'm looking for, not just in protecting the ball, but in doing the right things with the defense. Again, we're just going day to day with that.
David, you've been an offensive coach for so long. Could you assess the talent and depth that you have at running back and also at wide receiver? Those look to be really your strong positions there on the field.
Well, we got numbers there for sure, and as far as being able to decide where they are right now and where we are in camp with them, I think in another week or so we'll be able to determine more about that once we get the pads on right now, because you don't find out. Like I said early yesterday, we're in that ramp-up period right now, and we're just trying to get through this and make sure everybody's healthy getting through once we put the pads on. So, but it's a good group, got good numbers there, got good experience there, guys that have been there and played well in this league, and looking forward to seeing what happens when we get the pads on. And that's what training camp's for. Oh, I tell you what, good group there with Justin and Laramie coming back, had been there before and done that. Their experience is invaluable for us right there. We're happy with where we're at with them. Today, I was so encouraged when we were doing our run period today. Camp, we've been talking about finishing, and we had a couple of finishes there today in our run period today that just really fired me up, just to let you know that they're in the right direction, and that comes from those veteran guys that we got.
Thanks, Coach. How much has your time?
You got it. Thank you.
We'll get more tomorrow.
Not as bad as yesterday. They feel a lot better.
So I know you were, I don't recall how you were born here. How much time did you spend here?
I used to come down here in the summers growing up when my dad was stationed in California, Alaska, and Washington. We'd always drive down or fly down for the summer growing up, like out in the countryside. I never really went inside the city until I moved out here until I signed out here, really. Like all my family's on outskirts, a couple of them in Missouri City, Richmond, Beaumont, Missouri City, all over now.
What was it like for them to have you here? What was it like for you to be here?
I mean, honestly, it's a great feeling. I've seen my parents more this year than I have probably in the last 2 or 3 years combined, because they're only 20 minutes from the stadium, 26 minutes from where my apartment is. So, I mean, it's a blessing for me to have them be able to come out and watch a game for once and not have to get on 4 or 5 hour flight and go all the way up to New York, all the way out to Cali or something like that. And it'll be a blessing for me to have my grandparents at one of the games this year, if not a couple of them.
Hey, Jordan, in terms of the military, how much did your dad's background kind of instill discipline in you growing up?
Oh, it definitely instilled my work ethic and the way I am with towards superior years, where like people in charge and everything like that. Because growing up, if things wasn't done a certain way, you was getting reprimanded for it, and it was all like, I'm all for getting whooped. If I got out of line, my dad pulled out that belt, and you got back in line real quick. But I mean, that military upbringing, it instills character in a lot of people, and it's an upbringing I got one for everybody.
Could you talk about the pass rush?
Go ahead.
Could you please talk about the pass rush and what your role will be against the quarterback?
I mean, I'm big time power guy. I like to set up a lot of my counters and a lot of my stuff off of power rushes. You know, it's just the type of guy I am. That's the type of guy I've been for a while. You know, I feel like me and JG, growing up under Todd Grantham, we like to set a lot of rushes up the same way. But I mean, I'm just going to try and outwork a lot of guys and use my strength to set up all my counter moves.
Jordan pitched your shoulder now at recovery. Do you feel like Matt's not like a one-arm player out there that you can get back stronger or you're just going to have the 7 sacks?
Yeah, most definitely. Now it's just sort of like getting the rust off. Like these last 2 days, like it's just I'm out there just trying to feel my way around because the last time I had on pads and got after it was probably I think December 9th and everything. But now it's all about getting the rust off and getting back comfortable. I mean, I did a couple long arms and it felt pretty nice, and it's just about getting the rust off now.
You worked a lot this offseason with a lot of your defensive line teammates. And you see that helping you out with camaraderie and the relationships you're building off the field, helping you now?
Yeah. Because a lot of stuff we used to do with BT over the summer, like we get to see how each other rushes, what moves they use to set up another one. So when we're all out there at the same time, we already sort of have that second thought. Like we already know how they're going to rush, so you can cater your rush to theirs or give them the freedom to do that, and you counter off of that. And I mean, it's just it helped out a lot. 'Cause, I mean, it was a lot of us. We spent a lot of time together in the summer.
What are your initial impressions of Coach Culley and kind of the tone he tries to set, an attitude and enthusiasm?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Culley, he's a guy I respect a lot. You know, from day one, they haven't switched up. You know, it wasn't one thing to get me here, and now that you're here, it's a totally different thing. Coach Culley's been the same guy from the front to now. He's all about character, all about having the right attitude, and just making sure guys stay the same and keep working. Like he's holding everybody accountable, and he's not letting guys just BS around. Like while you're here, you're gonna get after it, and it's just there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You're gonna get after it, and you're gonna have fun doing it.
One more for Seth.
I played for Todd Grantham too. What was the worst he ever yelled at you?
Oh my God! There's a time we were playing South Carolina, and it was against Connor Shaw. I had to take the quarterback. Went for the dive. Connor Shaw ran it back about 30, 40 yards, and TG might have said 2 or 3 words that weren't curse words. It was a very, very intense session. Long, 2-minute session.
But you were ready for that.
Oh, broke a clipboard too.
Thanks, Jordan.
No problem. Go Dogs.
Say that every time.
Especially when I see y'all.
Top of the afternoon.
Just really good bring as far as the edge and the mentality.
Sorry?
What kind of intensity and edge and mentality you think you bring there in the middle of the
Well, I've been out of football since October 19, and ever since I hurt my knee, I've been itching to get back. And sitting out last year just wasn't for me. I'm not ready to be done. I wasn't ready to retire and be done. It was great family time. Forever thankful for that, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to be done. So I'm hungry, enthusiastic, happy to be here. We got a really good group of guys, not only in the 5 you see out there consistently, but throughout the group, the whole room. We're holding each other accountable. We're coming to work, ready to work. I'm happy to be a part of them, and I'm going to do what I can to, keep us going.
How do you feel about it?
Sorry. How do I assess it? Yeah, I think, you look at LT, he's obviously, a generational offensive line player. And you go down the line, the whole room, like I said, brings something to the table that's special. I'm not perfect, no one's perfect. But like I said, we come to work ready to get after it. And we're gonna do what we can to take the team where we want it to go.
Kind of taken away from you with the injury status and the time away. Did that change your attitude towards camp? Because this is obviously hot and it's a grind. There's a long way to go. Did that change anything, or you always kind of approach it the same way?
I try to approach it the same way, but I'm a human, so repetitive stuff might have been like, all right, let's just get through it. Let's get to the season. But being here somewhere new, getting to work with camp. All these guys, getting to work with Tyrod, new quarterback, new running backs. It just kind of rejuvenated my love and my enthusiasm for the game.
Justin, you touched on some with soon. What is it like now to kind of living through this and kind of to release on life from here in Texas?
Yeah, I mean, every day I'm running into new obstacles and new challenges. I'm light years ahead right now than where I was in the spring with the playbook. My confidence level is skyrocketed. Me and Tyrod are working together, bouncing off each other. I'm able to communicate with the guys up front. So, honestly, it's like I've never left. It's just I'm somewhere new. And, I feel the best I've felt in numerous years. So, I'm just ready to, come to work tomorrow, the next day. I'm ready to go to Green Bay. I'm ready to get to the season and start, at home. So, I'm just ready.
How do you feel about running the ball a lot?
We should definitely run the ball. Throw the ball, but we should definitely run the ball. We have the backs for it. You got Ingram, you got DJ, you got Phil, you got Burkhead, you got Scotty, you got Ronnie. Yeah, my bad. We got so many, it's hard to remember them all. But we need to use them all. And it's going to be a tough decision whenever it comes down to it. Not only in there, but every position. We have so many good players. So you control the game by running the ball, control the clock, set the tone. We want to run the ball. We have the group to do it. And that's my mindset that I'm going to bring. Coach Culley is a great coach. He definitely makes it easy to come to work.
What's it like working with Tyrod?
What's it like to run?
Working with Tyrod.
Oh, it's great. So far, he's a good player, a good guy, a good leader, someone who also, he went through, I feel like he's had the short end of the stick the last few years in his career, and he's hungry. And I think you have a team full of hungry guys. I think they brought in a lot of really good players and pieced together a really good roster. And it's up to us to come out here and to compete, hold each other accountable, control what we control, and just be ready to go.
I think he has that chip on his shoulder from that name.
I'm sorry?
He has that chip on his shoulder, like, given what he's been through.
Ask him. I can see it, the way he leads us, the way he's running practice, the way he comes in the huddle, every play. But ask him. He'll tell you.
You mentioned the hunger that you have. How much do you sort of grow a healthy chip on your shoulder to prove to everybody around the league that you can still do the best selections?
Yeah, I feel like I've been doubted my whole career. Just because I bounce around, I feel like I'm overlooked. And, I don't care about Pro Bowl. I think that's a popularity contest. I'm just here to win. I'm just here to, play for my kids, have fun, be here for Titus, be here for LT, be here for all the dudes, be here for Max, be here for McCray, everybody.
Go ahead, Matt. Do you expect to be taking more snaps with Deshaun and about that situation, or did you expect that?
I know I'm going to play center, and, I can't really see who's behind me. So I'm going to grab the ball and snap it when they say go.
Thanks, Justin.
Appreciate it.
How y'all doing?
You're good. It's not that bad. All right. Sorry, it was too high.
Talk about the running game for us.
It was even high on purpose.
You said what?
Talk about the running game. What you expect.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of great veterans in that room right now, great leaders, and we're pushing each other, and it's great to be able to learn from them. Everybody's different in that room, and they've done a lot, throughout their careers. So for now, you guys want a big story about competition. Like, it's really a brotherhood in there. And they're a great bunch of dudes. We're all married. We all got kids. So we're all on the same kind of page. So when we get in these meetings with our Coach DB and everything, it's, we're just teaching each other and learning from each other and having each other's back. And that's what it's all about.
How does having
What did you think of practice today?
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to it just like anybody else. I take it one day at a time. So for me, it's just like staying consistent. That's the name of this game. It doesn't matter if you do well tomorrow, do well today, but it's about the next day. So I'm just looking forward to the next day, doing what I can to stay healthy and doing what I can to help my team and pick marking all them brains to make myself better and help them out as well.
What do you think about this running back room in general?
The running back room is versatile. Like I said, we all come from. I was talking the other day, like first time I seen Mark when I was in elementary school, you know, and it's crazy because I used to watch him and watch his highlights, and now I get to really pick his brain. And great dude, you know. Rex was at Nebraska, you know. It was funny, you know. So it's great to just get to meet all of them, David Johnson, all of them, and just learn from them. So we have a good time in that running back room. It's probably one of the best running back rooms I got to be around.
Have you told Mark that story that you used to watch him when you were
Mark, me and Mark are we're right next to each other, so we talk all the time. Honestly, me and Mark are similar personality-wise, so we kind of click.
What do you tell you when you told me you used to watch when you were
Hey, he kind of shakes his head, because he's more like, you know, hey, it's been, you know, for him it's like it's went by fast, you know, but it's great to have him here. You know, it's fun.
Coach Culley says he doesn't know a lot of the players yet, but he said, hey, he's shown up. There's the first 2 days of practice. That matters.
Yeah, it does matter, you know. And for me, it's not about me going out there and just showing up. I want to go out there and do my part, and I want to be a great teammate, and I want to showcase my explosiveness, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this for my family, so that's all that has in my mind. Other than that, you know, I just want to continue to pick the brains of the great running backs in our room, and just have a great bond, because it's what it's about.
When you have a quarterback like Tyrod who's so normal in the running threat, how does that create more opportunities for the running backs?
Yeah, first of all, Tyrod is probably one of the most great dudes in the locker room. One of the most the leaders I've ever seen has been Tyrod, and he's had a little rough going, you know, the past couple of years, but that man puts a lot into this, and just the fact that he can trust us, and he's trying to get us all involved. I feel great. You know, it was a little different in Denver, being with someone as young and coming with somebody that's been in this league this long. So it's night and day, and Tyrod is a great person, and he's going to do some great things.
But from like a strategy standpoint, when the quarterback, the defense has to account for the quarterback running, how does that kind of make life easier?
Yeah, it's like for Tyrod, he's going to keep you on balance, because he can move and he also can throw, and he's consistent. And you guys are going to see that throughout the time. I mean, the man's resume speaks for itself. You know, you just go back and watch his film. You know, every year he's going to do something great. You know, he's always on top every year. So I'm excited for that.
What is the one thing you want to work on in camp?
One thing I want to work on in camp is just continue to work on my route running, catching, and just being more just an all-around person. And I think Coach Danny Bear is going to do a great job of taking me to another level in my young career.
Justin said that he wanted to prove something. Do you feel that way too? Is your shot?
You said who? Oh,
Justin Burke was just saying he has some things he wants to prove. Do you feel that way? Is there a chip on your shoulder?
Oh, I have a big chip on my shoulder. You know, I definitely did. Like, you know, for me, it's like I feel like I'm always being disrespected. You know, and for me, it's like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show it. In my head, I'm the baddest dude there is. Period. I don't care, who else is in the NFL or anything like that. You still got to deal with me, and that's just how I act. But it's not just about me. It's about our team. And that's all I care about. As long as we're winning games and stuff like that, things will come. Accolades will come as time goes on. But it's about team. It's about winning.
You got bond over that, Phillip? Over that idea that you just kind of expressed, and Justin expressed, that you got a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of us. Like, think about it. Everybody come in here, and for some reason they think we're the scum bucket. I don't know what they got going on in the media. But everybody has something to prove, because there's some great dudes in there. And also, they're really talented, and they played a lot of football, and we just want to get on the same page, and we're going to do that over time, and put some games together and win a lot of games. That's our goal.
You said you're the baddest dude out there. Are you badder than Mark Ingram?
Huh. Why you guys trying to compare us, Mark Ingram's a bad dude. I mean, his resume speaks. David Johnson's a bad dude. Rex is a bad dude. Scotty Phillips is a bad dude. Dontrell Hiller's a bad dude. Buddy Howell's a bad dude. All of us are bad. It's a mindset, though, every time you touch the ball.
Last one.
Kind of be in the background.
It's not weird to me. At the end of the day, I'm coming in here. I'm new. I know Deshaun. I know the type of person he is. He's a good dude. And, whatever Deshaun got going on, that's between him and him.
All right. Thanks, Phil.
All right, y'all.
Who just like the fact that you look up to Mark?
Hey, Mark is a good dude, man.
He's a bad dude. You're a bad dude. No, that's